Hello everyone, apparently we're streaming a game from Cold Siemens versus I have no clue. Let me check the grid. Cold Siemens. I don't see any. Ah, here we go. Cold Siemens versus QPQ. Okay. Hope I spelled this correctly. Oh, the S is underscore. Okay, that's fine. I can still fix it. So we're already on the draft though. These guys are hungry for blood. So we have Cold Siemens versus QPQ. I'm not sure who is who yet. I believe. Okay, Resban is from QPQ, so the red team is QPQ, the right team is Cold Siemens. We're already underway on the draft. Anka getting banned on side A. The Yates getting banned on side B. Side A going for the Cruel first pick, countered by an Alpha. I should probably announce the stream right now. Lorelei getting picked as the second pick on the red side and Celeste on the blue side. So we ending up with Cold Fusion or Cold Siemens. Why did I say Cold Fusion? Cold Siemens with Lance, Celeste, and Cruel, and they're going to be facing off an Alpha, a Lorelei, and Malene. I guess that Alpha is going to be a weapon. Probably also open the chat just to be able to read what people are saying. Why do people wait for the assigned time to do the games? Why don't you guys like play earlier? Could have played 1 hour earlier and I would have been able to stream a lot more games than it is now. But it is what it is. Let's go. Cold Siemens versus QPQ. I believe Little Old Lady is gonna stream later today as well. In about half an hour, I believe. Good luck, have fun on the Halcyon Fold. I just realized I didn't have dinner before the stream, which was smart on my end. I was playing Vainglory instead of preparing myself properly. And I even lost the game, which is even worse. Anyways, predictions for this team fight. I don't know both teams, so I don't know how skilled they are from the draft. I would say it's a close match. It's actually a very close match. I mean, Cruel is a very power pick on 3 vs 3, but it can be countered as long as you have, you know, Atlas Pauldrum as something that applies some mortal wounds. Can be decently countered, so it depends on the builds on the red side team. Contest for the middle tree, and Alpha manages to steal it, gets double rooted, but they get out alive. It's fine, so a little early victory for the side of the red team. And the goal is pretty much the same though, between both teams. Not much happening, just standard laning route onto that Lorelei. Just to poke her a little bit. Blue team needs to be careful. Celeste is forced to pop her flask. Not much to say early game. They're just farming as usual. Should have prepared some jokes to tell you guys while we wait for the late game. Celeste going dangerously low. A little fish food there. Put some pressure on this turret. Celeste needs to be careful. I believe that Lance has also that protecting shield item as well, which can come in handy on this early game pressure. Farming as usual, no issues. Celeste decides to call back. Would have laid a fish food on her if I was Lorelei, just to annoy her a little bit. Here comes Cruel. They jump on this Lorelei, rooted up against the wall. She uses her water to escape though. So she's safe, gonna call back home. And it's business as usual on the farming stage. Alpha diving in, trying to get a kill on the Celeste. She manages to land a core collapse on him, or on her. Alpha is a female, remember that. Malene finally calling back. Let's see if she shops anything. Just some crystal bits. Not enough to get a proper first item. Some CS being lost on the side of Celeste there. Anyone has any favorites on the chat? Do we have anyone in the chat yet? 3 viewers so far. Okay. It was a bit of a sudden stream. But that's how it is with this tournament. You know, it reaches 8 o'clock. I'm waiting all afternoon for any game to show up. And then suddenly it's 8 o'clock and we have like 3 games that want a streamer. Well, yeah, okay, but could have planned things a bit better. There we go, a dive into Lance. Alpha getting a lot of aggro. He's forced to back away. Is he even going to recall? Or she's even going to recall. Nice stun. Impale onto that Malene. Malene's gonna get a new skin. Thanks for the follow, random person that I can't see right now. You are most welcome. Fish food, help out the farming phase. Impale missing out. They already have a shop underneath. Here comes Cruel, he has the ultimate now, so if he can land it on that Malene. No, he lands on the Lorelei instead. Enough to kill her, so that's first blood for the side of Cold Siemens. Minimap just went a little crazy there. Here comes Alpha with a retaliation. She's going dangerously low very fast, and that Impale forces her into the reboot. Lance is very low, but he's gonna survive, and that's 2 kills for the blue team. Bit of a throw there by Alpha. She felt overconfident that she could kill someone and failed to do so. Oh, a little CS loss there. Both teams call back. Cruel is idling in the shop. I guess he's just gonna do his jungle. Malene also called back. She's dual jungling with Alpha now. Trying to level up faster, I guess. But still early in the game. Red team putting down some pressure. Mortal wounds, nice stun into the wall, but with the wrong target. But they end up killing Lorelei in the end anyways. I don't know why they're focusing on Lorelei instead of Malene. I guess because Malene has more dodge ability than Lorelei does. So they might as well get someone for their ganking potential. Alpha with an interesting engage, but that's gets thrown down into the turret aggro by this Lance. Lance is playing pretty well so far. Well, I just said that and he misses an impale completely out of nowhere, so better shut up. The Celeste is dangerously low though. Lorelei trying to get her a little hit. Lance still has that defensive item for extra shielding. Now an impale connects into Lorelei. Stuns her against the wall. Krul should be able to finish her off. He even uses his ultimate, but not enough. And a core collapse. Not enough to kill this Lorelei. Krul ends up diving to get that kill. Gets dangerously low. Alpha is not there to finish him up though. And Malene can't hit him either. A bit precocious ultimate from Alpha. Solar Storm rips through, but doesn't manage to finish that Alpha off. Alpha wants to re-engage by some reason. Against the Krul, that's not a very good idea. You're going to die pretty soon. Actually stays alive with a little small miracle. I think he even had a mortal wound. How the hell did he stay alive? Celeste is overextending. It's a bait for the Krul. Too bad the Krul is too low, so all he can do is actually die. So not a very good bait. I think that was just an overextension of Celeste. Now she bought herself a Clockwork. Should be able to do a little more damage. Game seems a little bit even up. The gold doesn't have that much advance on any of the teams. So I don't know. Guys on the chat, you're awfully quiet. Say something like, what's your favorite team? What's your favorite color? That's a nice route onto Lorelei. Lorelei seems to be the source of all aggro from this blue team. She must really have done something to them. Solar Storm finishes her off. Lorelei really needs to start double thinking her positioning. She's clearly overextending herself. Impale and Core Collapse onto that Alpha. Forces her to go back to her jungle, heal back up. Malene is left alone, trying to secure this lane, and now she's forced into a very bad position, uses her B to go on the dark side. She almost escaped, manages to do the trade with Celeste out of a small miracle. I don't know where that hit came from. Lance wants to help tear down this sentry, or this turret sentry. And we're back to business as usual. Nothing happening on the Alcyon Fold. Kraken is still 6 minutes off. Lance is just waiting. Or maybe he's disconnected. Yeah, it feels like he's disconnected now. Now he's back. Just a little lag. 3-man red team putting down some pressure on this turret. Nice fish food upon Celeste. But Lance is there to protect her. Here comes Krul with the rotation. Doesn't seem to want to go up. We might have a skirmish between Krul and Alpha. No, he decides to come back up. Try to get maybe that Lorelei once again. Impale misses out from Lance. He's starting to get a bit low. Alpha is also joining the fight up here. Let's see what's cooking on the Alcyon Fold. Another hit on Celeste. Here comes Krul. A Mad Krul suddenly appears, launches his ultimate, tries to finish off Lorelei, misses. A fountain gets popped from the red side to keep Lorelei and Alpha alive. Krul is forced to back up. Another nice impale from Lance. He's dangerously low, but he's keeping his own. This Alpha just went on to reboot and manages to kill off both members of the blue team once she's back. So Celeste not really helping out the rest of the team in terms of damage dealing, and that's putting her team in a bit of a bad position right now. She's now alone, facing 3 members of the enemy team, and she's stunned up with that fish food. This turret might go down. Alpha wants to go for the kill. Unfortunately, Celeste misses that core collapse. Does the trade with Alpha, but that's fine because the red team secures a turret kill with this trade-off. And that gives them a little bit of control of the map. So that's a welcome trade. Krul wants a piece of this Malene. Malene pops the boots to get away. Some vision on the side of Lance. I would recommend that for the Lorelei. They seem to be getting ganked by that Cruel an awful lot. They should really be more careful. Have more vision spread out. I don't see a single camera or mine from the red team anywhere on the map. And against the Cruel, you need that vision. Now, Alpha laying down a camera there on that upper bush. Blue team rotating down. Trying to do some shopping. Alpha comes face check this bush. That might not be a very good idea. Lorelei gets impaled. Alpha's in a bad position. 1 versus 3. Lance tries to follow up. Malene trying to do some fish food. Misses. Barely misses someone. Alpha in a bad position, but she's somehow still alive. Doesn't manage to pop up her ultimate. Double root by Lance. This might be an ace. Solar Storm cleaning house. Only Lorelei missing. And Sheezy's now dead. Good opportunity to get both this turret and the gold miner in the middle. Sorry for the stutter on the screen there. I was clicking on another application to spam the link a little bit. And unfortunately, Vainglory, when it loses focus, has that little moment of freeze. I will try to avoid it in the future though. But apologies nonetheless. Both teams very close, only 2k difference on the side of the blue team. 10 kills to 6 on the Alcyon Fold. 1 minute and 15 seconds till Kraken pops up. Time to get some infusions ready. Celeste just bought hers. She's still level 11 though. She could have waited a little longer. There's some pressure on this lane, forcing the red team to rotate back up. They want to do it safely through their own jungle. They're even gonna lose some CS to this tower if they're not careful. Blue team will try to take this Killstone Sentry, although Curl is not really helping. He went to shop instead. Now they're all back. We might have an engage here. Alpha diving into the Lance. Lance, I don't know what the hell Lance is doing, but he's not protecting his teammates. Cruel is finishing this Alpha off though. Lorelei not doing much. The ultimate misses, or actually hits on Malene. She's rooted up for a little while. That was enough to finish her off. This Cruel is being unstoppable. The red team needs more vision. That's the only pro tip I can give them right now. More vision against this Cruel. And once you see them, all 3 members need to collapse on him before he does any damage. Kraken is now up. Another root onto Lorelei. Double root with a core collapse of Celeste. Will that be enough to kill her off? No, but the Solar Storm will be enough. They take down this turret, but they might be in a bad spot here. Alpha is back. She's not completely fully booted up, and that is enough to kill her without a reboot. Malene is forced to run away. Celeste is a bit overextending, considering how low she is on health right now. But I think she's gonna do fine. Lance starting up this Kraken. Here comes the Cruel. Fountain popped up for, I don't know. Why is he recalling? Why did you recall? You just popped the fountain. You're close to the shop. Why did you recall? Oh, they surrendered. Okay, now it makes sense. That's the problem when you're in spectator mode. You don't see the surrender happening. So that's why he had that little taunt happening. So game 1 for the side of Code Siemens. I really don't know what the hell they mean with Code Siemens. Do they like the phones? Is that the issue? I don't know. Maybe they're seamen, but they can't spell. It's curious, these team names. Apparently they were suffering some lag. We did see a few disconnects there, especially on Lance. He was disconnected a few times. Let's see if we have the second match coming underway. Sides have been swapped. And we're off to match 2. Good luck, CodeSeemans and QPQ for this match 2. Let's see what they ban. The side of QPQ now. QPQ with the first pick. Stefano is saying that Alpha Engage is kind of questionable. Yeah, I think she overextended a little bit. She should have waited for Maline to have good position to follow up on the Cruel. The Cruel was the main damage dealer there. So that was the main issue. Hey, Destroying Virus, how you doing? Thank you for joining the stream. When is Hexagon Esports doing their 3 versus 3 team again? Stray Virus is a member of the Portuguese national champion. When we had the first Portuguese tournament, their team won the 3 versus 3 tournament. So Cruel ban and Anka ban, pretty standard bans on this 3 versus 3 setup. Yates picked on the A side. I guess it's a good pick. The B side decides to go for Grace and Idris. That's gonna be interesting. I just hope Grace doesn't want to use her ultimate when Idris is using his ultimate. That's one of the things I hate the most when I'm playing with an Idris. They always manage to use their ultimate when you don't expect them to, when you're trying to save them. And then your save is just useless. Interesting pick on the side of the blue team. They went for Catherine, so they have a double roam situation kind of thing. Well, I guess Yates can be pure weapon on the jungle. That's what they're indicating, at least. I'm not sure how versatile he is in that role, though. He does have that stun in his kit, which might help a little bit. Secure a kill.
Swap heroes.
And the red team is gonna reply with a glaive. Interesting formations. Curious how this will work out. I mean, Maline should have the upper hand in terms of the lane against an Idris. Idris is good to finish people off or dive deep into the skirmishes, let's call it that, and stay. He's so mobile that he stays somehow safe most of the time. But it depends a lot on how you play him. But against the Maline, Maline has so many things on her kit to either dodge or have a barrier or just stun him that you have to be careful. So I would put my money on the side of QPQ actually this matchup, just because of that Maline. Let's see how the teams play their characters, or their heroes.
The battle for the Halcyon Fold has begun.
The battle for the Halcyon Fold has begun. Not much happening though. Grace just checking if there's anything she can do. Wasting a flare there. Missing some CS. So not a very good start for this Grace. Blue team is now finishing their jungle rotation. Let's see if we have a skirmish for the middle tree end that will decide the whole game. Grace starting off to engage. Yates is a bit low on health, so he's forced to back off. Seems Catherine wants to help out, while the red team just does the middle tree end. And they even got that potato. I think Grace got that potato in the end. So not a very good trade for the blue team. Malene wants to punish them a little bit, but that just tickles. Oh, a root. Oh no, Grace is forced to pop the flask and now she's stunned. That's not gonna kill the Grace. Not in level 2 now. Mace to the face. And while they focus their attentions on Grace, Idris is just farming happily. Missing some CS here, actually. Tries to grab it. Ends up getting a couple of shots. Nothing overwhelming, though. Chakra flying. Mace to the face again. A Holy Nova on the 2-man people. Can we get the first blood, please? Thank you. Idris is now dead. The Malene hype is real. Glaive finishing this middle treant on his own. Seems that the blue team just concedes the middle treants to the red team. Yates now shows up, but I think is not in a position to counter Glaive. I think Glaive could even have been more aggressive there. He had the health buff and the level advantage, so he could have easily punished that Yates with an afterburn or something. But he just wanted to farm his back camps. Should have like a button to fast forward this early lane phase. Yeah, like 3 versus 3 where you do like early jungle invades. What happened to that? That used to be European meta, like extremely aggressive on the start. What happened to that? Like new heroes came out and now suddenly everyone just wants to play safely. Here we go, an engage, finally a stun onto Idris. Yates trying to do some work there as well, but not really doing much. Malene ended up hitting Idris with a root, but he's safely underneath the turret. So this is just going to be a little skirmish. No real damage to confirm. Malene missing a little CS there. Here comes Glaive trying to catch someone off guard. He misses the Catherine though. I think that was his target. Jungle has intensified on the Halcyon Fold. Anything can happen now. Like more farming in the lane. Yates trying to catch someone off guard. I mean, he can pull the Grace, but they shouldn't have enough damage to finish her off anyway, so... He's waiting for the Idris to step out of line. Trying to stun Grace a little bit there, but misses. Catherine getting dangerously low. She's forced to back off. Probably gonna recall back home. Malene is overextending without energy. Yates pulls the Grace. And Malene just happily farming. Is Glaive gonna do a rotation? Nope. He just wants to go to the shop. Mace to the face once again. The skill from Malene a little bit too late. Now she's in a very bad position. I think Idris might be able to finish her off. Grace is the one who ends up getting that kill. Of bad position on the side of Malene there. And then that afterburn could also have been a bit better. Stun from Yates saves Catherine from a missed position. But if that Glaive had hit his afterburn on Catherine instead of Yates, she would have probably been dead on that exchange there. Not much lead in the gold. Not much lead in terms of kills. Not much to talk about on this game so far. Both teams just playing it carefully. Enjoying their farming phase. Waiting for gold miner to be filled. An error from the enemy team. That's fine. I could have gone and eaten my dinner, or heated it up at least, and eating it here. Holy Nova onto Malene there. She gets dangerously low. Yates wants to re-engage. Nice escape from Malene to Idris ultimate there. but she's so low that it forces the fountain out of Catherine. Another Holy Nova catches Catherine off guard, and that was one kill of Glaive against Yates there. Another kill over against Malene, and this Catherine going dangerously low, and she ends up dying in the end as Glaive gets saved with the ultimate from Grace that just showed up. So finally, a proper team fight happening on the Halcyon Fold on this game, and it's the red team that takes the lead with only a 1k and a half. I don't think they're gonna risk going after this gold miner though. Just gonna do their rotation, clear up some of those jungle camps, go back to lane. Idris finishing his alternating current. Malene is doing a ton of damage though. Idris is always so low. Now silenced by the Catherine, but not enough to really shut him up. Glaive lurking, looking for a good engage. Grace is dangerously low. Catherine wants a piece of her. Nice engage from Glaive. Tries to get on top of that Malene. Misses. Ends up having to go away to avoid the B from Yates. Grace tries to save him. Ends up dying. Good pull from Yates here, but Idris with his mobility manages to get away. He's so low. He's using the ultimate rather dangerously. Yates running into Glaive, just dying. And the Malene can't punish both of these heroes that are left in a sliver of health. Still advantage on the side of the red team. 1k gold advantage right now. Grace wants to prevent the recall from Malene with a mace to the face. That will do. Oh, some ribbons doing a lot of damage to Idris there. Now it's Idris that is forced to recall and not Malene. Idris finishing his Dragon Eye as well. He's gonna start packing some punch. Here comes Glaive trying to get nice engage, but Malene is already recalled back home. Malene got herself a Spellfire, which might come in handy to prevent some of the heal from Grace. Let's see how that works out. Glaive tries to do an engage here. Grace looking for the perfect Holy Nova. She doesn't get it. Idris trying to do some damage meanwhile. Glaive is forced to go back. Idris is one who ends up being stunned, but he gets healed right back up from that ultimate of Grace. Glaive still in a bad position. Idris trying to punish this Yates. He does find the kill. Malene going dangerously low, trying to kill this Idris, who doesn't seem to want to die. Stays alive by a little miracle. The fountain being popped, the flask being popped, keeps that Idris alive, and now it's Malene 1 versus 3 trying to protect this turret. Don't really have a minion wave to work with. There's one coming now. Chakram flying, mace to the face. Malene forced to pop her ultimate. Oh, nice exchange there, and they end up killing each other. While Glaive decides to go for the gold miner. It's a little risky, it's a bit too low, and Grace doesn't seem to be able to help her. Yates is so close that they decide to just let it go. It's not worth it. Gold miner is not worth 2 kills. Glaive gets the healer. Grace tries to stun people up, but Glaive is so low, he's gonna end up falling to this Yates, not respecting the damage that this weapon Yates is giving. Here comes Idris, spreading out the love, getting those stacks up, forcing the fountain out of Catherine. Yates wants a piece of him though, but he just gave him one more stack to his Dragon Eye. Yates doing some damage items there. The Tyrant's Monocle. So those hits from Yates are really starting to hurt. I don't think this Idris has any defense just yet. Another skirmish here. No, both teams respecting each other. Just a stun coming out from Catherine to increase those stacks. Let's take a look at builds real quick while they don't do any engage. Yeah, Idris doesn't have any defense whatsoever. And even Glaive only has a little reflex block to help him. Catherine with another stun, but not a very good engage. Now, Yates goes into the fray, but the team isn't following up. So he ends up alone in the middle of 3 enemies. Glaive going dangerously low. The Holy Nova coming out to save Idris. He gets rooted by the Malign, almost dies. He's forced to pop the flask and the fountain from Grace. Holy Nova there getting stunned up. All members of the red team are getting dangerously low. They really should back off here. Malign's wants a piece of this Grace, and I was saying that she was going to get it, but apparently not. Grace recalling in a bad position. Afterburn doesn't connect with anyone because Malign is not there anymore. She ends up getting the kill from against Idris, and now it's red team on the run. And the blue team could use this opportunity to either get this Crystal Sentry or the Gold Miner. They end up just wanting to get that healing camp. Starting the Gold Miner now might be a little too late. I think the red team will have enough time to get into the middle of the map and contest this. They seem to be taking their sweet time though. And Yates pulls the Gold Miner further down into their jungle to ensure they are not contested. Immense gold payout collected by the blue team. They now level up the gold lead. Red team still with the lead, but almost 1k. Malign doing so much damage. This Idris really needs some defense. I would suggest a Slumbering Husk, but that's me. I don't particularly like Shadow Glass builds that do tons of damage but just break right away once you touch them. Both teams respecting each other, backing off for the time being. We're only 1 minute away from the Kraken. Red team ahead, 1k on gold and 3 kills. See if they have a good engage to finish up this game. The red team is Cold Siemens, and they were the one who won the first match of this series. So if they get another kill here, another win, they will be winning this series and going on to the, not quarterfinals, 8s. On this online champions tournament. Bad rotation from red team there. Not being able to contest this lane, but we have an engage. Idris going desperately low, uses the ultimate. Now he's getting healed by Grace as Glaive is taking the aggro. Holy Nova hits 2 members of the blue team. That might be enough to finish them off. Flask gets popped. You have to redirect the camera here. Glaive wants a piece of Catherine's shield. I like that rebounds. Holy Nova misses everyone. Idris so dangerously low he cannot dive. Glaive wants to dive. Gets aggro from the turret. Survives by a miracle. Glaive pulls him back in and he's dead. Idris trying to finish up. The team kills. He doesn't manage. Yates kills him first. But Grace is still alive. And she now can take this opportunity to get 1 more turret for the red team and increase the lead. Holy Nova on those minions. Stun the minions. Stun them to hell. I don't think she has enough to get this turret. Yeah, it's already getting channeled up like 1 millimeter. Just 1 more hit. Nope, she doesn't dare. She wants to leave it for the minions. And the minions do manage to get the turret in the end. So the blue team is now reduced to their choke point turrets. The Kraken is spawned. Let's see how the teams prepare for it. I don't see any infusions on any team side. They should probably get some, in my humble opinion. Let me check out what's happening in the chat real quick. Hope this doesn't stall the game. Will we have an engage here? Malene is a bit far away, so I would not recommend it. Malene buying that broken myth is gonna do even more damage. It's a bit useless though, because no one has shield. Well, okay, Glaive has shield on the side of the red team, but Idris does not. So there's not much to pierce at. Comes another engage. Holy Nova Afterburn misses, but the Holy Nova connects. Yates wants to reconnect, or the re-engage. Goes from the backside, wants to go one-on-one versus Glaive, while Malene is trading with Idris, going dangerously low. Both of them, all members of the team. Yates is forced to go away. The red team seems to be in a better shape right now, and they force the blue team into the corner. A little pull there into the air by Yates. Mace to the face. Nice double stun from Yates. Idris going dangerously low, but manages to get Yates in the end. The Malene is just not doing enough damage to finish this red team off. Idris now focusing on the Malene. Will she die? Yes, she will. Only Catherine left alive. Ooh, and that aggro almost finishing off Idris. You need to be careful there, buddy. Now gets healed up by Grace. Then they have a good opportunity to get this Kraken and maybe even finish the game. 3 turrets separating them from the next stage of this tournament. Free Kraken is captured. She's roaring her menacing roar. Blue team has to hang back, not overextend. They don't seem to be listening to me though. They seem to be wanting to take their jungle camps first. They might be caught off guard, although Yates has this ultimate to get away. Apparently they surrendered. Everyone's saying GG. Did they really surrender? Yeah, Malene is buying random items, so yeah, they surrendered. Why did they surrender? They still had the Kraken push. I don't get it. I don't get these people that surrender halfway through the game. But that's the end of this game. Congratulations to Team Code Siemens. They move on to the next round of the game. And now it's time to try to find some other match on the chat. See if anyone is looking for a streamer. Wait, I'm asking on the chat. Don't go away, guys. We might have another game coming up. Currently, Milads is playing. I think he's from Riot 7, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. Hey, little old lady. Oh, you just finished your stream. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Not sure who the team of Milads is, but I know I streamed them before yesterday, so I'm curious. Curious on what the team is. Haven't gotten any invite in the game yet, though. Check the lobby, I guess, while we wait. And I should probably turn on my streaming light. There we go. Now in full color. Need to get myself a green screen to cover this mess in the back. Still no invite, so I don't know when he's cooking. So apparently they were ready, but he's asking other people if they're ready. So I wonder if he's set up at all the match. We play yesterday. Okay. Well, this is today. We had you before. Okay, yeah. Okay, but build. Invite to the game lobby, please. So probably they need a streamer, but they haven't agreed to start the game yet. So I don't know. We might wait a little bit, which is not good for stream. This is why I wish people would like announce their game schedules once they figure out with their opponent teammates. I mean, they know they're playing this team, just contact them saying, okay, we can play this hour, this hour, this hour, which one is best for you? The other one says this hour, and then you come to the chat and say, okay, my game is scheduled at this hour. Can someone stream, please? And then we would have a schedule. Apparently they need 20 to 25 minutes. That's not good. I could go eat my dinner while we wait. Okay, I guess I'm ending the stream then. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys later. Whenever some team is actually... Okay, now someone said something, which I wonder what it is. Are they ready? Are they not ready? Need link. Link to what? This is so complicated. Okay, well, if you're not ready, I'm gonna end the stream and go eat myself some dinner. I'm not gonna wait 25 minutes for you guys to be ready. Bye bye everyone, thanks for watching, see you next time.